up, you guys? It's Jade, and for today's video I'm going to be doing the rapid bookfire tag since I'm a little short on time, so it seemed like the perfect tag to do, and like it'd be a really fun one. So I'm just going to be answering these questions super quick because I think that's what you're supposed to do since it's called the rapid bookfire tag. Just go from question to question. So let's get going with these. Ebook or physical book? This one's super easy, hands down physical book. The only time I ever really get ebooks is because it's like I want to get it as soon as it comes out at midnight and I can't wait to read it, or I'm traveling and want a few books to have with me on my iPad because, well, books are bulky. I maybe only take one actual copy of a book with me, but if I want to read more, I have it on my iPad. So the only time I ever use ebooks is for that. Otherwise, hands down physical copies. Paperback or hardback? Hardback all the way. I love getting hardbacks. I think they look so much better than paperbacks, and I just love that they're more sturdy, and you know, I like something about hardbacks more. The only time that I actually kind of like paperbacks is sometimes for contemporary books. I think those are fine, but like any other books, like I always try to get my hands on a hardback, even though they're a little more expensive. Online or in bookstore shopping? Online, because most of the time books are actually cheaper to buy online. Even from Barnes & Noble, they usually have like prices that are like $5 cheaper than if you buy it in store. So online all the way, and I don't even have to go anywhere. Trilogies or series? This one is a little bit of a tougher one. I guess I'm gonna have to go with series because I don't like just being limited to a trilogy. Like if the series calls for more books, have more books. I mean, I love a lot of trilogies and I've read a lot of trilogies, but I don't know, there's something about like series having it all fleshed out and more time with those characters that I think I like a little bit more, and it doesn't then follow the whole like, this is the setup book, the second book's kind of and then the third book is the end, you know? That's how a lot of trilogies are, so I think I'm gonna go with series on this one. Heroes or villains? Oh, this is another kind of tough one. I love reading villains, but I think I'm gonna have to go with heroes because all my favorite protagonists are heroes and not villains. A book you want everyone to read? Well, of course I'm gonna pick my favorite book for this, and I also feel like a lot of people haven't read it too, and that's Daughter of Smoke and Bone by Laini Taylor. Oh my god, if you have not read this book or this series, you need to get on it because it is so good. Read it. Read it, guys. Recommend an underrated book. A book series I feel is highly underrated is the Incarnate series by Jodi Meadows. This is the last book in the series, Infinite. I swear, I don't think I've heard anyone on BookTube talk about this series, and it is freaking phenomenal. It's a high fantasy book series that has some of the most beautiful writing, a really original, very cool story that has very cool twists and turns in the series that you're not expecting. Amazing characters. It's just such a well-written book. This book series is freaking amazing, and it doesn't get as much love as it should. If you guys have not read this series, you really need to get on it. The last book you read, The Wrath of Madonna by Renee Ahdieh. Ahdieh? I think it's Ahdieh. Renee Ahdieh. We're going with that. The last book you bought. I just bought Everything by Nicola Yoon from BarnesandNoble.com the other day. Hasn't come in the mail yet though. Weirdest thing you've used as a bookmark? To be honest, I mainly just use like bookmarks that I get from signings and stuff. I don't really use weird things. I mean, I guess occasionally I've like put my phone in when I've gone to the bathroom or something. Like I think like a pencil, or I've used like a pencil and a pen and like a napkin. Oh, I think I've used a tissue once, like a Kleenex maybe. I don't know, that's about as weird as it gets. It's not super weird. Used books, yes or no? Yes, as long as they're in good condition. Used books are great. Top 3 favorite genres. I guess I'll go with high fantasy, paranormal, and contemporary. Borrow or buy? Well, since I haven't been to the library in probably at least 2 years, it's buy. And I also love having books to own, especially if I love them. You know, if I'm like, meh, I don't really need to, but usually the books I read, I really like. It's already like owning them and having them on my bookshelf, so it looks nice. Characters or plot? As much as I love characters, if there's not a good plot, I'm not going to be as hooked into it. So I think there needs to be a healthy combination of great characters and a great plot, but if the characters are kind of like lacking a little bit, I think I can deal with it as long as the plot is really good. But if the characters are great and there's really nothing going on with the plot, I get kind of bored. So plot. Long or short books? Long. I think all of my favorite books are at least 400 pages, so long books for sure. Long or short chapters? Short chapters, because sometimes I'll be like, okay, I just want to finish this chapter and then I'll go to bed, or I just want to finish this chapter and then I'll like do something. So it's nice when it's like short chapters, you feel like you're getting more done, and then like if I have something I need to do, I'm not like, oh crap, like how long is this chapter? 30 pages? It's so long. And if it's like 15, I'm like, okay, I can finish that chapter, and it feels like better when you can complete a chapter and end on a chapter instead of like ending in the middle of a chapter. So short chapters. Name the first 3 books you think of. Harry Potter, Vampire Academy, The Fault in Our Stars. Books that make you laugh or cry. I do love crying in books, like having a good cry and getting emotional. It's like nice and cathartic. But definitely laughing over crying. I love like reading a book and laughing out loud and just making me smile, so laughing. Our world or fictional worlds? Fictional worlds for sure. I mean, Harry Potter is a fictional world. If I could be a witch and cast spells, that would be the best thing ever. And sadly, like, magic doesn't exist in the real world. So, fictional worlds? Audiobooks, yes or no? My answer for this is kind of gonna be not applicable because I haven't read an audiobook in forever, but not because I haven't wanted to. It's just that in my car I listen to podcasts instead, and that would really be the only time I listen to audiobooks. But once I finish listening to this podcast I'm listening to, I definitely plan on doing audiobooks in the car. So as of now, not applicable because I haven't read an audiobook in a while and I've wanted to, so I don't really know how I feel about them yet, but I think it'd be positive feelings. Do you ever judge a book by its cover? Oh yes, definitely yes. If a book is beautiful, I'm way more inclined to buy it. There's definitely a few books I own that have beautiful covers, but I don't think I ever plan on reading them because I don't really have an interest in reading them, but I bought them because they're so beautiful. Book to movie or book to TV adaptations? For sure, book to movie adaptations. Most book to TV adaptations are not that great because they go like way off the books because they're like, we have to do so many more plots than a movie does, and generally they're not as good. I think there's only one show that's from a book that I'm like about, that I think is like, it's good but it's not great. So yeah, definitely movies. I mean, like The Hunger Games are some of my favorite movies, and those are amazing adaptations. The best adaptations I think of a series that's been made in quite a while. A movie or TV show you preferred to its book? Well, this is a super hard question because I mean the book is almost 99% of the time better than the movie, and movies or TV shows that I've heard are better than their books. I haven't read their books, so the only one that comes to mind is a book I read years ago, which was The Last Song by Nicholas Sparks, and I remember I watched the movie and then I read the book, and I remember liking the movie better than the book, like some of the plots they had. So I guess The Last Song by Nicholas Sparks. And the last question, series or standalones? Series for sure. As much as I love some standalone books, especially contemporary standalones, series are hands down my favorites 9 times out of 10. Alright, well there you guys go. That is the Rapid Bookfire tag. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you guys give it a thumbs up. And if you're not already subscribed to my channel, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button down below. Also, if you guys have any videos you would like me to do, leave a comment because I'm kind of running out of ideas on videos to do since I haven't been reading a whole lot of books lately. So please, guys, give me some ideas to do. I need things to do. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Bye!